Hey guys, it's Bieber. So I just wanted to do this little video and I just wanted to have a talk for a second. And I wanted to talk about parenting. And I see so much craziness with children and parents, whether it be a parent of a child with special needs or whether it be a parent of a child who may be difficult, whether it may be a parent of a child who they just don't want to be a parent. Maybe there's a situation to where there is a parent and they would continuously make themselves relevant just because they don't, it's easier to save face than it is to do what's best for the child. So I just want to talk a little bit about lukewarm parenting. And if you're not ready to be a parent, which, they say you're never ready to have kids. And I can kind of agree with that because kids is kind of, when you get into it, you don't exactly know until you have a child what it entails. You can hear, and you may have an idea, but you don't truly know until you're a parent. I have four. So, and I'm not talking about perfect parenting. I'm just talking about lukewarm parenting. And if you are not prepared to be a complete parent, then just don't. If you find yourself in a situation and you have a child and you're young, or if you're old, or whatever the case may be, if there's a better option for that child than you, then it is your responsibility to say, I'm not right. I'm not ready, and I am going to step back. There have been there have been tons of cases in the news about parents and not wanting to parent and, taking care of their children and, harming their children is what I'll say. They're harming. And a lot of times it's resulted in death. And it's obvious that these people did not want to be parents. There's another case that I seen yesterday, and I'm going to do a separate video, but it was about this mother. She lost complete uh, rights to her children. They were taken out of her custody. So the people in charge of the parent or the child, they let the mother come and visit. What does the mother do? She kills the child. Now, whose fault is that? One would say the court system. One would say it's the mom. Obviously, it's the mom. No, it would be the people that were chosen to be caretakers and parents of this child. They should be culpable as well. Why? Because you did not do your job. You did not do your due diligence to protect that child. And then you have situations to where you get these parents and then they get in a relationship with somebody and that's not their child. You have your biological child around somebody that's not their child. Guess what? They may not want to be a parent. They may not give two craps about your child, or they may want to do awful things to your child. Guess what? That's that lukewarm parenting. I'm not saying that I haven't been guilty of this, but what I will say is there have been nobody else to harm my children because of it. And you have got to be about your business with your children. There's another case about this mother. She dropped her children off at the Taco Bell so they could have Wi-Fi for school. Well, and I will say, she has accumulated a really hefty GoFundMe account, because people are just so mad in our government. And, when did we just stop taking responsibility for our own actions? This mother was not doing a great thing. I really hope that she was actually at a job or something. There's no excuse. You do not drop your children off anywhere, especially at Taco Bell, like a freaking fast food place. You just say, okay, bye, catch you later. These were not, older children. If you don't want to be a parent, then don't parent. I'm not saying perfect parenting. I'm not saying that you have to get it all right. I'm not saying any of this. But what I am saying is, if you don't clothe the child in proper clothing, if you do not have board and room for the child, if you do not have a bed for the child, if you do not have food for their bellies, water, if you don't have these things to take care of your child or your children, then don't. Because I promise you, there are people out there that will love your child way more than you are capable of. If you're not capable of giving something that you don't have, like love, parenting skills, financial stability, moral support, spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional, if you don't have all of those things to be able to give your child, then don't. Because then what do we have? A generation of either broken, missing, or dead children. This is the world we're in right now. I, I I'm so I'm just so dumbfounded with parents. I'm so by far the perfect parent. I am nowhere near the perfect parent. I can always do better. Always do better. Always. I can recognize that. I'm not harming my children on a daily basis. I'm not putting my needs ahead of my children. I know where they're at all times. I don't leave them places. To me, some of this stuff that these parents do is really just common sense. That you don't do it, like leave your child in a hot car. Seems like that's a no-brainer. Pushing your child in a ravine kind of seems like a no-brainer. There are resources, free government facilities. I mean, this internet thing, they're handing out hotspots at the schools because they understand that families can't afford it. It's not even that expensive. And if you can't afford internet, then I got a little newsflash for you. Maybe you can't afford children. Internet's not that expensive. And I'm not talking down to poor people or people that don't have money. Because I swear I ain't like I have a bunch of money either. But I do have time, energy, love, and care, and the wherewithal to put one foot in front of the other and do the best I can. Of course, everybody falls on hard times. But you cannot expect your hard times, you can't expect your kids to pay the price for your lack. That's not how it works. It's not fair to the children. And if you don't want to be a parent, if you want to be a half-assed parent, if you don't want to be anything but everything that in the best of your ability to be that best parent that you can make for that child and create a safe environment for that child. And I don't mean like letting strangers keep your children. I don't mean like having 10,000 guys in and out of your children's life. That's shit parenting. That's not good parenting. I recognize that a lot of these things, some young people, they don't know. Even older people, if you didn't have good parents yourself, you may not know these things. Ask. Ask. I swear I'm trying to come from a loving place because this has got to stop. I don't understand what in the hell has gotten into a lot of the parents. Come on. These are innocent, voiceless children. They have no choice. They have to suck it up and say and do whatever the adults say. Well, what if the adults are not capable? Then what? What if, what if, what if the court system fails? What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? If those are your kids, then it's your responsibility. If you were caretaking after somebody else's kid and you have been trusted to take care of them, you make it about your business to do everything in your power to protect, love, and nurture that child. At all cost. At all cost. And I probably won't get a lot of views on this. I don't even care. This was on my heart, and I wanted to put it out there. And we got to do better. We have got to do better. Reach out, ask for help, do whatever you got to do necessary for your child, your children, our children of this world. We're leaving this to them. We're leaving all this crap to them. If they even make it, if they even survive their teenage and child and elementary years, if they even survive, It's a sick, sad world anyways. They don't need people that they've trusted and they love, and they only want your approval, your affection, your concern, your time. That's all they want. That's all they want. They don't want all this stuff. Their insides tell them they need structure, they need discipline, they need all these things. They don't need a lukewarm parent. Kids don't need lukewarm parents. They don't need half-assed parents, and they don't need just deadbeat parents. They don't need it. They need stronger influences in their life. And are you going to be that difference? Are you going to be that difference that makes or breaks them from looking at the world as this big bad place? You got to be the change. You have to be the change. Being a parent ain't easy. It's not easy. If you're struggling, I get it. I get frustrated. I get mad. I have a very strong-willed child, and and it's tough sometimes. It's doable. It's doable. If you need help, reach out and ask for help. There are places, there are people. This was just on my heart, and I hope I didn't come off, I'm not trying to cause harm. It's nothing like that. It's just some things need to be said, and you know what? If your head is not in the game, go sit your butt on the bench. It's just that simple. Because these kids, you get one shot with these kids. You get one shot, and then they're off into this big bad world. And what are you gonna leave with them? What legacy are you gonna leave with your children? Y'all have a good one.